Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial, I will teach you how to pass a care assistant interview. If you are applying to become a care assistant with any healthcare organisation whatsoever, make sure you stay tuned because I promise to help you pass your interview at the very first attempt. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover during this tutorial. Number one, so I will give you a list of care assistant interview questions I strongly recommend you prepare for. These questions come up all the time during care assistant interviews. You need to prepare in advance for them. Number two, I will give you two very important tips for answering each of those interview questions to get the highest scores achievable. Number three, I will then give you an example answer to each care assistant interview question to help you pass. And then finally, number four, I will tell you where you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 16 care assistant interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide. And just very quickly, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Literally thousands of you, and I mean thousands of you, are passing your job interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed. And please give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. So the first care assistant interview question I want you to prepare for is, tell me about yourself. Here's my first tip. So this is going to be the first interview question you must answer. I recommend you practice your response until you know it off by heart, because this then ensures your interview gets off to a positive start, and it also demonstrates you have really good communication skills. Tip number two, in your answer, demonstrate you have the skills and qualities needed to excel in the role and provide excellent care to meet the needs of the patients or clients you are responsible for as a care assistant. So here's my top scoring example answer to help you pass your interview. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this care assistant position with your organisation today. I would describe myself as a hard-working, conscientious, empathetic, diligent and loyal care assistant who can be relied upon to follow rules and procedures, provide client-centred care and carry out all work safely. In my last role, the care manager often praised me for my flexibility and the fact I would act as a positive role model for junior care assistants who joined the team. Outside of work, I keep myself fit and active, so my concentration and energy levels are always high. Now, if you employ me as a care assistant, I will ensure I adhere to your organisational values and take good care of the clients I am responsible for. So that's a really good answer. It's a positive and confident answer to that first care assistant interview question. Tell me about yourself. Now, you can either pause the video if you want to and write down the questions and answers as we work through them together, or if you wait, I will soon tell you where you can download these slides plus my full set of 16 care assistant interview questions and top scoring answers. Here's the next question. Why do you want to be a care assistant? Here's two tips before I give you that powerful answer. Tip number one. Now, the job of a care assistant is, as you know, physically and emotionally demanding. It is not a job for everyone. So this question is assessing your motivations for wanting to be a care assistant. Tip number two. Now, positive reasons to include in your answer are the fact the job can be very rewarding. There will always be demand for good and competent care assistants, and no 2 days are ever the same. Here's my top scoring response to assist you. Why do you want to be a care assistant? I want to be a care assistant because it is a role that is highly rewarding. It is the perfect job for my personality and skill set because I genuinely care about other people. I am a people person and I like to see the results of my work. I also want to be a care assistant because no 2 days are ever the same. You are not desk bound and you get to meet and care for interesting people with different life experiences. Now, being a good care assistant means you will always have employment, and because job security is really important to me, it is a profession I want to be in for the long term. So that's another really good answer that will put you ahead of the competition at your care assistant interview. Okay, now don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, you can click that link in the top right hand corner of the video, head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 16 care assistant interview questions and top scoring answers. But here's the next question I want you to prepare for. What are the most important skills and qualities needed to be a care assistant? Now, this next common care assistant interview question is assessing your understanding of the role and what is included in the job description. Make sure you read the job description before you attend your interview. Tip number 2, don't forget to mention the skills of being safety conscious, adhering and following all rules and procedures, and respect and dignity for your patients and clients. Here's a brilliant top scoring answer. What are the most important skills and qualities needed to be a care assistant? Here we go. Being safety conscious, providing first-class patient care, and following all rules and procedures are at the top of the list for being a competent care assistant. Other skills and qualities include having respect and dignity for your patients and clients, and being able to communicate in a style that is understood. You must have patience, empathy and understanding, and hold a genuine passion for taking care of people to meet their needs. Finally, you must be commercially aware, possess excellent planning, organising and prioritising skills, and be a supportive team worker. That's a really good answer for you to build on. If you want to add any other skills and qualities to that response, please feel free to do so. Here's the next question. How do you build rapport with a new patient or client? This is a difficult one. Tip number 1. So your ability to make your patients or clients feel at ease will be fundamental to your success in the role of a care assistant. So this question is assessing your interpersonal and communication skills. Tip number 2. Now, if you are an experienced care assistant, you could give an example of when you have built rapport with a new client or patient in the past to prove you already have competence in this important accessible area. Here's my top scoring example answer. How do you build rapport with a new patient or client? Here we go. I start with a warm and friendly welcome and being positive in my communication style and tone. After the initial introduction, and I've had the chance to find out a little bit about them, their background and what motivates them, I will start to assess the client's vulnerabilities and needs. I will achieve this by asking them a series of easy to answer questions. Now, while the client is talking, I will demonstrate active listening skills to show them that I genuinely care and that I want to provide the right support moving forward. All of my actions will be focused on building rapport and trust. Now, once I know my client's needs and routines, I will discuss their care plan, what I will do to assist them moving forward, and generally make them feel secure, supported, and reassured. That's a great answer for you to use in your care assistant interview. Here's the next question I recommend you prepare for. Tell me about your ability to work under pressure. Tip number 1. So as a care assistant, you must manage your workload, work to strict timescales, and remain calm under pressure. So this interview question is assessing your ability to do those things. Tip number 2. In your answer, I recommend talking about how you plan your working days in advance, remain calm, work quickly but diligently, and seek assistance from other care assistant colleagues whenever needed. Here's my top scoring example answer to assist you. Tell me about your ability to work under pressure. Here we go. I have plenty of experience working under pressure, and I believe I am at my best when I have lots of responsibilities with tight deadlines. I always plan my working day in advance, consider what problems I might encounter, have contingency plans in place, and remain calm and composed while working as fast as possible. I'm also not afraid to seek assistance from other care assistants in the team if I think it would be beneficial. Finally, to ensure my work is always completed on time and the best care provided to my clients, I will always be open to feedback from my line managers and continuous learning. So that's a really good example answer to that tough care assistant interview question. Tell me about your ability to work under pressure. Here's the next question. How would you handle a client or patient who is confused or upset? This is a difficult question that needs to be answered carefully. Tip number 1. So this is one of the most common care assistant interview questions. Talk the interviewer through the steps you would follow in this type of situation. Tip number 2. Be sure to mention effective communication and listening skills, being patient, and reassuring the client until they feel secure and settled. Here's my top scoring example answer to help you. How would you handle a client or patient who is confused or upset? I would adapt my style of communication to meet the needs of the client and the situation I was faced with. I would be empathetic, considerate, caring, and attentive while dealing with the client. I would ask questions to get them talking and establish what makes them anxious or confused. While the client was talking, I would utilize active listening skills and demonstrate empathy and understanding. Finally, I would answer any questions they had, reassure them, focus on the positives, and encourage the client to start feeling confident about their future. So that's a great model answer for you to build on when preparing for your care assistant interview. Here's the next question. What can you tell me about safeguarding? Tip number 1. So this next common care assistant interview question catches many candidates off guard and they end up failing their interview as a result. You must have an understanding of safeguarding to be a competent care assistant. Tip number 2. Now, safeguarding forms part of the Care Act 2014 and it refers to the client's health, well-being and human rights. Here's my example answer to help you pass your interview. What can you tell me about safeguarding? Safeguarding forms part of the Care Act 2014. It refers to the protecting of a client's health, well-being and human rights. The Act provides clear and definitive guidelines on the actions that I and other healthcare professionals must take. Now, safeguarding is keeping a client safe from harm, abuse and neglect. It would be an integral part of my role as a care assistant, and I would ensure I provided high quality care at all times in line with all rules, procedures and laws. Safeguarding is a collective responsibility that everyone in the healthcare sector must adhere to and achieve. So that's another really strong answer to help you pass your interview. Now, the next thing to do, if you want to pass your interview at the first attempt, is click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download a copy of these slides, plus an additional 16 brilliant answers to difficult care assistant interview questions. You can have them both as a PDF guide, which means they can be in your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now. Make sure you check out that link in the top right hand corner of the video. Finally, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you pass every job interview you ever attend, negotiate a salary and progress throughout your career. I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please give the video a like because that motivates me to create more content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best for passing your care assistant interview. Have a great day.